Hello. So I know I've been talking about reading tax law a lot, but I thought I would take you guys through how I approach doing a return. So this is for my business entity taxation class. I'm going to take you through how I do a return. For my class, we get our instructions and then like background info. This is their income statement. And then prior year forms and information, including the K1s, since this is a partnership return. So you get all that information. So what I do is I always print all of this out. So while that's printing, I'm going to go in and start setting up my spreadsheet, which is always a time. But this is what I do first. I always do prior year data entry, because then I can just take current year and just like drag and drop basically. My printer is being so slow. I don't understand why it's taking its precious time. It's just been the way I had the papers in, because it's doing much better now. The troubling thing is, when I bought my printer, I didn't realize that it wasn't double-sided. So I figured out how to make it print on both sides, but it's still like an extra step, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad to have a printer, so it's fine. So I got this tank top from Meyer, and I love it so much. I actually got it to do yoga in, but I feel like I wear it all the time now. Also, especially for stuff like this, I love printing on colored paper, and I think it just makes it easier to read. But the next thing I'm going to print out after my instructions is I'm actually going to go ahead and print out all my forms. So I'm going to go ahead and print the 1065. Yeah. Why is my brain like short-circuiting? Don't understand that. So I'm going to print my 1065. Because I do like handwriting my forms, especially when I do Excel calculations. I want to handwrite my forms. And then I don't understand why this isn't printing, but if I handwrite on my forms, I can actually then go back in and type all of them in. But I don't know. It kind of depends on what I want to do. If I want to turn in a handwritten form or not. There we go. I don't understand why. Okay. So my instructions I'll print double-sided. All of my forms I actually print one-sided. I think it's easier to look through them all that way. And then I'll do my K1. K1s are easy to print. I think they're easy to do, so if I need to do another one, it'll be fine. Let's see. One of my friends is getting married on Saturday. It's Thursday night. One of my friends is getting married on Saturday, and I made him and his soon-to-be wife a blanket, but the box I got to put it in is too small. This is the blanket that I made and the box that I got, and the box is literally ripping at the sides because it's too small. I will need to go get another box tomorrow. So these are our instructions. Okay. So then I will take my highlighter and I'll go through the instructions. And for a partnership, what I'm going to look for is any guaranteed payments, any changes from the prior year, which would mostly be the separately stated items, and then any not deductions, like liquidations, any buy-in, any change in basis, basically. That's how I start a partnership return. whenever I do returns at work and we get K1s for an individual return, because the partnership is a flow-through entity, that's why the partners get a K1. That's reporting their taxes from the partnership, because partnership isn't taxed as an entity. Anyway, the codes that they use often, or well, not often, but sometimes they don't show up in our system, so it's just like annoying. Here it's like I know that she's got all the correct codes, but anyway, so these are my markings. Which probably looks like I highlighted everything. So then what I'm going to go through and do now is I'm going to take my pen and I'm actually going to mark on the income statement which line is the separately stated item. Now we go in and do the spreadsheet. But I am going to take a minute and clipping all my stuff together. I need to go take my contacts out before my eyes dry up like prunes because I can feel them. Now that it's the following day, I'm looking at all of this stuff again and making my notes a little bit more detailed. Now that I've got everything in my spreadsheet, I'm going through and making notes on which ones I have questions on, and I actually highlight these in my spreadsheet to talk to my professor about and like just talk all that through. Just because it's like this partnership has no farm interest. Why am I looking at their non-farm income? Like I don't know if that wording is just, if I'm just being dumb or what's going on. This is how I highlight it. Okay, so now that I have my spreadsheet done, I actually go through my spreadsheet and I put all of my work on the return itself. And I'll show you how I mark my spreadsheet. So whenever I have, I've just put in, I haven't put in a beginning inventory yet, but I put in, the balance of gross sales minus returns and allowances, and then that balance, so I mark it TX, because that means that I know it's on the tax form, the TX form. Okay, so I finished my return. I wrote everything out, put it on my forms, and I submitted them. I'll show you my finished forms. So I pulled my forms straight from the IRS website, and you can type them in there, which makes it really helpful. And then, yeah, just did all of that, and then I had my K1s. So once you get to this part, it's pretty easy. I did find this code cheat sheet, which is nice. I definitely will be using it in the future, but otherwise that's it. That's how I work through a return, and this was my partnership return for this week. But it's pretty easy. Partnership returns are pretty easy. There's no like extra stuff that you have to do, like adjustments and that kind of thing. But that was it, and so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.